firmly on the home side. Good work at the breakdown. This is great stuff. This keep dropping for the line. And they've scored. Two of South Africa's oldest schools will do battle in the Super Quick Premier Interschools down here in Bloemfontein. A very big welcome, as we see in the background, Naval Hill. That had nothing to do with the Navy, by the way, but the British had their cannons on there during the Anglo-Boer War, and they were naval guns apparently. But there's a wonderful crowd here in Bloemfontein, as there always is, and of course the weather is playing along too. So some in their shirt sleeves, others of course in their blazers as well. And it's a full house here at Grey College. We'll have a look at that, the weather forecast. So it's a warm enough day, no wind to speak of really, and almost perfect, certainly for spectators. So Grey College, well, I mentioned the third oldest school in South Africa, and with the production of those 46 Springbok rugby players, and of course they include Helgott Miller, who's one of the coaches today for Grey College, Jannie du Plessis, Bismarck du Plessis, Heinrich Brousseau, and so on, many of them. So Paarl Boys High traveled the 1,000 kilometers up here to Bloemfontein, 800, whatever it is. Reinhard Reinsberger will captain this side, coached by Peter Engeldow, who's going to have his first real baptism of fire, one feels, today in this particular match. Came to them from Griqualand West. Watch out for Javier Farmer, Tyler Box. Both players have a lot of good skills too, but surely the bottom line will be what sort of foundation can that pack of forwards lay, because we're bound to see an onslaught from Grey College, especially playing at home. So Grey College's team, captained by George Kroon here from the number 8 position, and a number of very familiar names there. Former Free State players, Joe Bierkes and Andre Venter, both have sons playing in this particular match. And Ian Small-Smith is the brother of William, who's also done very well at provincial level in rugby. Watch out for Leslie Botha too at number 12. He might be wearing a different number on his jersey, because apparently the jersey tore sometime. It might have been even today, and he might be wearing a different number, but we'll pick up on that as we go. It's time for singing, and of course the channels are there too for the players to run through. The second team game that was played here was won by Grey College, and at one stage it looked like it was going to be fairly comfortable. It got a little bit tighter towards the end. This is a school, or both schools have wonderful values. Their value system, their history and their traditions are very, very special. I just love the Paarl Boys High motto as well, which says eventually the acorn becomes an oak. And that perhaps has some rugby connotations too. So out they go, led there by Reinhard Reinsberger in picture right now. This is a team that's got to live up to a fantastic reputation. They've been unbeaten this season, as have Grey College thus far, but it is still early days. And of course these two schools have been in the number 1 position in South Africa on many occasions in the last 15 years. So time for Grey College to come out, and Wim Visser alongside me, former Italian international, played 40 test matches for Italy, and of course many people don't know was a basketball Springbok as well. Wim, it's a situation here where it couldn't be tighter, one feels. However, Grey College have pretty much been the form side this season.
Grey College have found their straps, and as you mentioned, both sides are unbeaten. That means week in, week out, you're ticking the right boxes. This here is a test match for these schoolboys. It's massive. It's all about Premier Interschools Rugby. It's about history, heritage and tradition. And I can tell you one thing, both these sides have over 150 years of history, heritage and tradition. I can't wait for this. It's going to be mouth-watering.
Darren Colby is our match referee for today, and Buller du Plessis and Gerard Brunt will be supporting him. And also one thing, Wim, to look at these two teams, you know, Paarl Boys High have 8 players back in their squad from last year, and Grey College have 9. So there are players here that have experienced this fixture before and have the sort of experience that you might want to rely on in a game of this nature.
Oh, definitely so. There's a couple of grade 12 players in both sides. They've got experience. There's some youth coming through their structures. There's some quality players. Both sides are littered with speed, quality, and of course, strong forward packs.
Yeah, these are two big packs of forwards as well. They're some ginormous guys in the front rows too. So Kim Eden will get things underway. It's a pretty good kick. It's nice and deep too, but well fielded by the Grey College boys. I think it was Jacques Rousseau with that kickoff. So right now, Grey College looking to try and look after that ball. Downfield it comes from Jean-Dieu Oliver. And I think we're going to see a very, very open running game here today too, despite the fact that we said before the foundation needs to be laid by the forwards. That's a turnover now. Good play there from Leslie Buerta. Oliver. That could be a pinball. It's a very good kick that. Rousseau back for it, under a lot of pressure on his left foot. And he's done particularly well as the fullback.
Outstanding vision from FC Du Plessis, the scrum half of Grey College, realizing that Jacques Rousseau was out of position because he had previously taken the ball up. A lovely chip kick, well weighted. Pressure on Paarl Boys.
Andre Hugo with a throw in. Eventually they decide to go to the back, so they left their lock forwards out of that first line out. Somewhat stuttering behind the advantage line. They've held on to the ball, have Grey College. Oliver quickly through the hands there from FC Du Plessis, but it's been knocked on. So a lot of pressure in these early minutes, Vim.
Oh, definitely so. It's still a shadow boxing period for both sides. They're trying to feel each other out. An early error from the Grey College side. It looked like it was Petrus Mordier, the tight head prop, open and shut case, taking his eyes off the ball and looking at approaching defender. You can clearly see the intention of Paarl Boys high. Rush tactic defense, getting in the faces of their opposition. First scrum of the game. This is where bread and butter is earned.
So Grey College a little bit heavier than Paarl Boys high. That's a big pack for boys at school level. We mustn't call them boys, Vim. We've got to call them learners, don't we?
Definitely learners and young men.
And not pupils.
Right, listen, guys. I know it's difficult with the noise. Try and listen. Crouch.
There's so many wonderful men have graced these two schools over the years, not just on the sporting field, but off the field too.
Wait.
That's gone nearly collapsed, but Paarl Boys have come away with it. They've got an overlap here if they can make use. Oh, what an the pass from Jacques Rousseau went rather awry there. Angelo Osh had no chance of catching it.
Jacques Rousseau probably passing to his weak side, but Angelo Osh needed to be slightly deeper and hitting that ball with pace.
Number 8, George Crunier with a jump. Perfect throw in from Andre Hugo Venter. See that Grey College are looking to attack just now from a very deep position. Maybe they fancy the opportunities of getting the ball out wide and getting it out quickly to create space out wide rather than close in. We know the tradition of Free State Rugby. They love running with the ball, but at the moment, some of the mistakes being made by Grey College.
I'm on it. There you go.
The defensive attitude of Paarl Boys High has been clinical in this opening. Almost 4 minutes. Their first-time tackles have been pinpoint, putting the Grey College boys down on the ground, immediately occupying the field in width and space.
Let's see, please. Crouch.
I saw the Grey College team for the first time this year up against Christchurch Boys High from New Zealand. They beat them 73 points to 26 and scored 11 tries. It was a remarkable performance. So Paarl Boys High up against a really tough opposition here. Currently Paarl Boys High number 3 in South Africa, Grey College number 1.
Hands up! No. Back.
Wasn't a knock on there from Jan van der Sant, so referee lets the game continue.
Backwards.
Reinhard Reinsberger just setting up the next phase of play. You can see the Grey look full of running. And this is in their 22. That's a lovely little grubber. The bounce is not good for the Grey boys, though. Angelo Ush caught in possession.
No, it's back.
That's very neat work, that, too, by the Grey boys to get the ball back. Not the best of kicks. Now, Rousseau decides, let's open up. Let's go a little bit wider. Let's use the pace of Jovial Farmer. Things very even at the moment. Paarl Boys are getting a fair amount of possession, maybe making a few less errors than Grey at the moment. Now the little grubber kick, and it's always down to the bounce, with the touchline being the winner. Furious start, Rim.
It is a furious start, and it looks like Paarl Boys have settled the nerves, and they've finding their straps, varying tactics. Opting for the grubber, which is a tactical weapon in modern-day rugby.
We often forget the fact, too, that at schoolboy level they play 35 minutes each way. And of course, that's running time, too. So the game starts and it finishes quite quickly. But posting big scores is not always that easy. And certainly we're not expecting one in this game. This could be a very even contest. So Grey taking the short little kick there was Andre Gofenta. Now the grubber, and Jens Smith. He's got pace. Can they make it? Yeah, Grout's a stunning tackle. But they've got numbers here, have Grey College. Can they use it? First real touch here for Sakoi. And yeah, they're going to surely get a try. It's Franco Knutzer. No, they're going to have to come back. He trumped into touch, unfortunately. So no try.
Well, Grey College showing exactly why they're the #1 school in South Africa. Good two-handed take by Paarl Boys High.
Now good efficient line-out work from both teams. A penalty this time.
Offside,
For the Grey College boys not being back the required distance from the line-out.
Backline offside, 10 meters.
It's not over.
There you go.
Sure. That doesn't look like a left boot in touch. That is so tight. Oh. If it touches white, it means out. I don't see a left boot touching the line there. Gavin, what do you think?
I don't think he touched it either. Dramatic situation, yeah, within the first 8 minutes of this game, because that could have well have led to a 7-pointer being scored. Throw in here from Alistair Williams. And the lineouts are working well for both teams. Quickly through the hands of Meaden. Van der Sant. Now Rousseau looking for some space. Likes to enter the back line. This is good solid play this from Paarl Boys. And a big test here for Grey College defensively.
Still paying advantage for the high tackle.
Well, there's a penalty advantage for a high tackle. Just heard the referee making that call. So Van der Sant now onto big Sebastian Lombard.
Don't have a number for you.
Well, this kick is just to the right of the uprights, and they're going to take the 3 points, or try to take the 3 points, should we say. No difficulty with wind. Should be a reasonable kick this for Kian Meaden.
I don't have a number, sorry.
The sanction is a high tackle. Anything around the neck, shoulder area is deemed as dangerous. It's all about player safety. Paarl Boys High with the first opportunity to add some points.
Yeah, we've got two very shrewd coaches in Wessel du Plessis and Peter Engeldo from Grey and Paarl Boys High respectively. Probably have said, let's take the points when they were on offer. Dead quiet in the house. Meaden has got the 3 points. And one's got to say, fully deserved as well for Paarl Boys High.
Yeah, I'll try my best to give you a number.
Definitely left arm around the neck and shoulder area. Danuits Bierkes.
Du Plessis, good kicking, neatly taken there. Manuel Venter, Evan Ridder in the lock positions today for Paarl Boys High. Over the top from Van der Sant. Oh dear. Now, what could happen, depending on the bounce maybe? Well, Grey College quickly back in defence.
Leave it now, Grey.
Seeing some very useful kicks too. Little grubber kicks from the Grey boys on occasions. Lots of work for the pack of forwards. Van der Sant once again through the hands of Neil Venter. Well, I'll tell you what, these fellas at the conclusion of 70 minutes will be pretty tired.
I'm on it.
Schoolboy rugby, it's fast, it's furious. One of the first handling errors
Alright, guys.
Paarl Boys High have made in this first half, gifting possession back to Grey College.
Listen to my
No,
call.
Grey College
Please
like
don't
to
jump
run
it.
that ball, give the ball air. There's a lovely blind side available.
Come a bit closer.
Paarl Boys High only defending with one defender in that blind channel. A nice tight head lean. 8-9, 14 could be good for Grey College.
George. Right. Gentlemen, listen. I asked for compliance. If this
Now, the
continues, I'll be
experienced
left with no
George
choice but to
Cronje,
discipline.
number 8 for Grey College. Of course, he's played in the
Listen to
lock
my
position
call. When I say bye,
as well on occasions.
ear to ear, not ear to ear. Give me the gap.
Free State
Yeah, give me the
Academy
gap.
player
Gap one
in
by,
2018.
Crouch. Bind.
Just saw a little bit earlier on that this near side, the scrum didn't look as stable as what it should have looked. So Oliver there trying to ignite his backs. Little basic errors that, well, I suppose you're going to find these. You know, a team that likes to move the ball around are going to make the odd mistake.
Fortune making a bit of a mess of that one. But with rush tactic defence from this Paarl Boys High side, a grubber option is a good option.
Bind.
It just varies tactics.
Sit.
And I think in particular it is them, you know, rather than the chip kick. Those little grubbers, if everyone's aware of what you're doing. Oh, strongly running at the line there was Meaden. Good play from the fly half.
Leave it. Counter-ruck is good. Not over the ball. It's fine.
So the counter-ruck coming from Paarl Boys High, and they're in a more comfortable position right now. Venter taking it, trying to find his way through, held up by George Cronje. This is good play from the number 8 of Grey College. But it's still in motion. Oh, it's managed to come back. The blue and white have it.
Advantage.
Thumping tackle that. And now an opportunity for them to open up space here. They've got plenty of quick players in this side, including Franco Knutzer. This is where they're at their most dangerous, when they've got a little bit of space to work with, and they can use the pacey backs that they've got, as well as the power of their captain, Reinhard Rensberger. So it's been a while since Grey College have been up at this 22-meter mark of Paarl Boys High. Venter taking it in. Quickly out there from Oliver. And here's a little inside out. Good strong running once again.
No! Get out there!
One sort of has the feeling, Vim, as well, that a tighter game might well suit Paarl Boys High, even although they've got some very talented backs. Grey College are the masters at moving the ball around. creating space, but they haven't managed to hold on to it as often as what they should have. And the kick coming there from Vian van der Sant, who might well, when he watches this again, say, hang on, I had two guys outside me. We could maybe have taken them on.
It was all about getting out of that danger zone, exit plan. Sometimes it takes a very special player with vision to realize, look, there's only two defenders against our three. Once again, it's Grey College with unforced errors and handling errors, gifting possession back to Paarl Boys High after a good build-up. Maintaining possession, the retention is good. But I tend to agree with you, Gavin. It just seems to me that Paarl Boys High are a lot more relaxed, they're a lot more clinical, and with the ball in hand, their speed of execution is so much better. They get over the advantage line, their ball retention is good.
Yeah, it is early days too, I suppose, if you look at those 15 minutes that we've had.
Right. Let's have a look. Right. Wait. Come back on, let's go.
So Andre Venter with the throw-in.
Right.
Jan-Hendrik Wessels, a loose head prop right in front of the line out. I think I gave him a new name just now, a couple of times, called him Rainsberger. That's on the opposite side. Here's Andre Venter, trying to get some motion there with that pack of forwards. And now again, it's the ever-present George Kroon here. We've seen a lot of Stasnell as well, who played in this team last year in the flank position, out from William Small-Smith. Also some strong running from Naka Sakoi. He's a fullback. We haven't really seen much of him in this game yet, but still they come to Grey College. Looking for a reply, but they've given away a penalty for that ball not being released on the ground. Leslie Buerta, the culprit, after making a really strong run.
Leslie Buerta, the culprit, but outstanding work at the breakdown from Paarl Boys High. In a position of strength, contesting that ball, he survived the clean and won the penalty for his side, and the right club gets brought out of the bag and relief is brought. It's a good run by Leslie Buerta, but take a look, he's got such a low center of gravity, hands on ball, looks like Vian van der Sant.
Quick throw into the front of the line out. Clever play this by Paarl Boys High. Still they go. Good work there from their hooker, Alistair Williams. And it's another penalty. So Grey College really feeling the pressure at the moment. Position is absolutely impossible. Right up against the touchline. So they might choose to look for a line out.
Discipline of Grey College letting them down. That's the third penalty, but it's been in areas where Paarl Boys High can put pressure on.
Well, Grey College have stolen the line out. Absolutely crucial for them, that close to the line. Now the kick downfield from FC du Plessis. It's a very good kick too. Right up to the 22-meter line with a very tight angle to work with. Well, there's such a strong voice in the stadium too, from the boys up in the stand amongst others, singing the school songs. Again, the line out works well for Grey College.
Backwards.
Here they come again. Small-Smith quickly through the hands. Now Sakoi. Lovely play. Yeah, he's got a man, two men on his inside. They won't catch Knutzer, surely. They certainly won't catch William Small-Smith, but he decides to come back in field. He could surely have out-sprinted them. Still, it's danger time, yeah. And again, they've got numbers. Taken up by du Plessis. Got it over. Superb work.
like to talk about big moments in a Premier Interschools fixture. There were two big moments, two stolen line-out balls, the result a try for Grey College. They're just showing why they're actually the #1 schoolboy side in the country. Fantastic execution, keeping the ball alive. ABC Rugby, look for support. I think Ian Small-Smith should have banked himself. He could have scored under the post. The fact of the matter is patience, ball retention, and FC du Plessis puts his head down and finds a blade of grass.
He had a lot of work to do, didn't he? John D. Oliver. No, it's not going to make it. So it's a 2-point game at the moment. But the credit, of course, of a try goes to Grey College.
It's outstanding play, and you said it, Gavin, so much work to do, but look at that. Banks himself, puts his head down, and demonstrates a whole lot of strength.
He's not a small fellow, but he did have a lot of work to do. No, Stasnell. In fact, it was Wim van der Sant.
Use it.
Van der Sant now over the top. It's not his best kick of the year. Still, I thought we saw just they got themselves into an attacking position where they can open up the game a little bit, Wim, and I think that suits them. Paarl Boys have got to tighten the game up a little bit, I feel, if they want to have a say in this game. Alistair Williams, the hooker, will have the throw in. And he also, man who played in this team last season, at the moment one of their players down, Sebastian Lombard, just getting some attention. Big boy.
He's a big boy, and to think he's only in grade 11.
So Williams, who's his target? Evan Werder in the front.
Leave it, yeah. Right, use it, it's stationary, so use it, please.
Oh, Van der Sant. Meaden has a look and sees no way through. He's done well the fly half. Got himself back into a more favourable position and allowed his forwards to regroup. Here's Williams. This is the sort of game that might work for them if they could just keep things and just power up with their forwards too. Just tighten up the game. Bringing Lombard into the picture too. And when the opportunity comes, of course, then you can certainly open up, and Tyler Box trying to find some space through, but it's good attacking position. There's Williams. And still they come. And Grey College, they've just scored a try. They don't want to give away one at this point in time. 9 phases the game's gone through. The defense is held. Will it continue to do so? One wonders. Now they've certainly got numbers here. They've just got to move it through their hands, and they will score a try. And that's going to belong to Xavier Farmer, who's come across from the left wing position to score on the right.
The 10 phases down the line. It's so clinical. Silky touches in front of heavy traffic, and as you mentioned, Xavier Farmer looking for work, coming from the left wing. And the rest is history. Xavier Farmer showing that why he's the athletics captain of his school and also SA School's Sevens player last year. He's got a lot of pace. He looks for work, and defensively he's been sound in this fixture.
And he's had one opportunity from a more favourable position, which he got over. Now, what about this conversion? It's gonna fade in, and that's a fantastic kick. That from Kian Meaden. These are the sort of kicks that can win rugby matches for you.
Definitely so. Draw the man, draw and pass, let the ball do the work. They make it look so easy.
I think one of the good things, Vim, was that they actually set that up pretty well by using their forwards, just carrying it up a little bit, you know, tightening the game, and then when they're in a favourable position, they opened it up. And where does this ball go? That's a great kick. No, in fact, it was from... No, the referee says play on. That's good advantage from the referee. Quickly out there from Jody Woodendal on the right wing for Grey College. Carry coming from Tillman Nevote. I just think that Grey College, or rather Paarl Boys, I want to try and hurry the Grey College boys into making errors. We've seen a couple of them, handling errors in particular, and a couple of penalties that they've given away. They just haven't got their rhythm yet, the boys from Bloemfontein.
Forward pass, going back for the penalty.
That's good advantage played by the referee, Darren Colby. Offsides at the breakdown were Paarl Boys high, and an opportunity for Grey College to gain some vital real estate here in Bloemfontein.
Well, that's not out. And, Lombard's kick charge down now. He's under all sorts of pressure, but boy, does he do well to come away with it. So not a small fella, but he has some men on the outside now. Now, once again, they can use this straight through. Now they need the pace on the outside. Difficult call for Angelo Ush. Which way does he take it? He had Quan Horn on his outside, but well, they've got him butchered and have Paarl Boys high. Gray with a scramble defence.
Penalty. Right, listen, the contract is strong enough. Just keeps on pushing it back, playing the ball.
That's what you call pulling a rabbit out of the hat defensively. Outstanding defensive work, scrambling defence by Grey College, and this time they make sure.
Stunning kick that from Du Plessis. This is exactly what they want with 7 minutes to go before half-time.
Angelo Ush, should he have let the ball go? Maybe should have let it go now to his wide, out to his support.
Yeah, Quan Horn just got separated from him to a certain extent. Fenter's throw again to the back, but it doesn't work for them. Here comes Paarl Boys high. Excellent work there from Reinsberger. And they found a little bit of space. Now they've also got two pacey men here. It's a 1-on-2 situation. Surely they must score. It's going to be another try, and it'll be Javier Farmer for his second.
Grey College faithful are silenced. The speed of execution, this man has got so much pace. There's no answer to blistering pace, but look at the way he draws the man, lets the ball do the work. That is what you call ABC rugby. So easy.
And they took it some distance too. It all came from that grey line out that went awry. Well, they see a reversal of 7 points. Surely not going to miss this one, and push it up to a 12-point lead. Well, there's big voice, isn't there, from the spectators, but them absolutely running into space there, didn't they?
That's exactly what they did. They played to the space, running into space. And when you've got outside backs with the speed and quality of Farmer and Ush, it becomes very dangerous defensively.
I'll tell you what, Grey College have also got, as we've said before, a lot of pace in their back line, but they haven't been able to really open things up.
I have to agree with you, but they haven't been allowed to open things up. You only play as well as your opposition allow you to play, and it's Paarl Boys who have defensively been very clinical. A rush tactic defense, and their first-time tackles have been out of the book.
Credit to their coaching staff, and they've got high standards to live up to, Paarl Boys High, but so do Grey College. Cornier, oh dear, again they mess up that line, and their lineouts were going so well, and just all of a sudden they're struggling with it. Well, a little kick through there from Jan-Hendrik Wessels, and oh, wasn't the worst little grubber. I think they've been practicing grubbers all week. Jan-Hendrik Wessels, of course, also Cravenweek player, and guy who played last year, 118 kilograms. Turned 19 just a couple of days ago, did Jan-Hendrik Wessels. So Paarl Boys High will find perhaps a little bit of pressure now as we move towards half-time. Great desperate to get some points, in particular a try. Meaden, nice kick from Meaden downfield. He's found some very healthy touch finders, as has FC du Plessis, the two fly halves. Both of them quite physical boys. So Fenter, can they get this line out right now? They've brought George Cronier in from the number 8 position to do some of the jumping. This time they look for the banker ball up front. It works a little bit better for them. Oliver. Du Plessis. You can see the sort of pressure coming here, but there's going to be a penalty given to Grey College, and this is perhaps a last chance saloon for them in this first half. A kick to the corner, a good line out, and maybe they can get a 5-pointer, if not 7.
It's a good two-handed take, banker ball, but they're playing the opposition in the air. You cannot touch that play with ball in hand. Another array line out for Grey College, and well recovered by Paarl Boys High.
Now they're looking for the best attacking option at the lineouts for him, when maybe what they're going to be thinking of is making sure they secure the possession, because these kicks have been particularly good from Paarl Boys High. That, unfortunately, outside, the ball was carried back. So they've got another chance here, have Grey College.
I have to agree with you, Gavin. Obviously, the rear line-out ball is the more attractive ball in an attacking line-out, but obviously, win the ball first, take a banker ball, drive it up maybe. Your rear ball's not going well to the latter part of the line-out. You've missed 2, win the ball.
So important line-out, this. Crucial, in fact. This time they find Grenier. They're going to have a good set. Looking to drive it up now. Can they open up some space? This is excellent play here from Grey College.
Release!
And a big test for Paarl Boys High defensively. Du Plessis, the long pass. Small Smith. Oh dear. Sokoyi with the knock on, but they'll come back. They're going to get a penalty. So the referee once again playing advantage.
Tackler not releasing it.
Not many options for Ian Small-Smith, the head boy of Grey College. His role model is a famous Irish international. Centre.
Rhino Driscoll.
Hit it right on the head.
Okay, well, it wasn't a difficult one, to be honest. It could have been Mike Gibson a few years earlier, of course. Although he played a lot of his rugby at fly half. So again, Grey College with a line out, trying to make it work for them. Yeah, they're going to get it surely. I think Tian Jonker's got it down. The referee has a quick chat to the assistant referee and confirms that Big Tian Jonker has got a crucial try.
Well, it's a vital try, and it's outstanding skills demonstrated by the big tight forwards. Offload off the ground, keeps forward momentum. But look at that silky touch from Andre Hugo Venter to find the support and running line of Tian Jonker.
And Jonker made sure that he couldn't get pushed out of touch by adopting a very low body position. Excellent play from the big lock forward. It's a long way to go down. So Oliver now with a very tough conversion. Just really, this has got Grey College back into the game. Oh, that's not going to make it. But having said that, it is half time, and they'll be more than happy with the efforts that they've put in these last couple of minutes.
Oh, it's been an epic first half of Premier Interschools Rugby, sponsored by Super Quick. Outstanding first half. Paarl Boys are showing exactly why they're such a strong schoolboy side, leading 17 points to 10 at halftime, 2 tries apiece.
So confirmation of the halftime score in Bloemfontein then. Those 7 points, the difference. As FC Du Plessis gets play underway. Paarl Boys High playing into the sun. There's no wind today to speak of. So what are we going to see in the second half then? Kian Meaden, the kick downfield. It's another excellent kick that from Meaden. Not out there. And a chance here for Grey College to find their way through. Here comes Du Plessis. He's got 1 try already. He's looking to go on his own initially. Oh, an interception. And now a complete reversal. Big chase here for J.D. Woodendaal. Brought down, and just look at the blue and white jerseys swarming all over him. It comes out on the grey side though. Good work there from Oliver. Once again, they've regrouped well, have Grey College. Sakoi standing in the fly half position. And that's a big kick that from the fullback. There's nobody on that far side. He doesn't get the favourable bounce. It goes in the favour of Jacques Rousseau. Again, it'll be interesting to see whether Paarl Boys High look to just play with their forwards for a while before they look to open up. They've had a lot of success adopting that style in the first half. And again, they ask Evan Ruder just to come back and help the cause. A little pop pass to one of the big men. And again, they come with the forwards. Neil Venter. Almost a little bit unsuspecting in some ways. Now Meaden, he sees a bit of space on the far side. It's a big chase for Sakoi, and he's caught in possession and held up at the moment, and almost shoveled into touch. Grey College have performed a Houdini act a few times when they've been in these tough positions, and once again they do it. They've got a penalty.
It's Paarl Boys High infringing at the ruck, hands in ruck, and gifting a penalty to Grey College in a favourable position. A lot of pressure on Grey College at the moment. If we look at head-to-head battles since 2010, they've met 9 times. Grey College have won 4. Paarl Boys High had a hat-trick of wins between 2015 and 2017. There's been 2 draws, but one of the 4 wins of Grey College was in an unbeaten season in 2018, where they beat Boys High in Paarl 34 points to 20.
Well, Nelio de Sá, an old boy who played rugby for Portugal, has got some wonderful statistics, and he said over 1,000 matches that Grey College have played, they've won over 90% of them. So that gives an indication of just how constantly successful they've been.
And if we have to speak about Springboks from both these schools that they've produced, we'd have to have another half of rugby to get through the list, but there's been some big hitters. Guys like Heinrich Rousseau, who won the World Cup for South Africa in 2007. Morne du Plessis.
George Cronje with the catch in the line out. But that ball was not in straight, so Paarl Boys High sensing an opportunity here of potentially getting some early points. In fact, the Springbok captain, ex-Springbok captain Corne Krige was the only boy who's been captain of SA schools as well as captaining the Springboks. So as you say, Pim, there's just a never-ending list. And the great golfer David Frost was also at Paarl Boys High.
Hansie Cronje, the cricketer.
Steve Stradham, his son Joubert, wonderful servants.
Steve Hofmeyer, the South African artist, was here at Grey College.
And that, of course, is the reason why these boys out there, they know what they're playing for. They're playing for the history, the tradition, the strength of the past. Lovely running here by Cronje. In fact, not Cronje, Van Wyk rather. Still they come. And keeping it tight amongst the forwards. This pack of forwards is working really well. Just not sure that Grey College are committing enough players to the breakdown point to counter that.
Well, Moore was called by the referee, Darren Colby. So it will be a turnover and a scrum to relieve pressure for Grey College. And last not but least, Grey College, Wade van Niekerk, Olympic gold medalist, 400-meter record holder. Can we say more?
Yeah, some wonderful, wonderful old boys, and these boys looking to emulate those guys one day when they maybe get that opportunity. Certainly we've got 46 players of real quality in these two teams. It's a great scrum that from Paarl Boys High, but look at this, Grey College coming away with it. We know that they've got pace in their side too. That might have been the best option, that little kick through. The bounce is not favourable though. Good work that from Grey College. Of course, with Franco Knutzer and J.D. Woodendal on the wings, Anian Small-Smith at centre. Guys with real pace, electric pace. Wessels with a long pass. Jas Woodendal, a little inside out. Still they come. Du Plessis got one try, the fly half. He's going to get a second. That's outstanding play from the standoff.
Well, that is what you call magic stuff. Ball recovered by Grey College, just inside outside, keeps the ball alive, and then once again with so much work to do, Du Plessis uses the fend, ducks under a tackle and gets his brace.
Oliver looking for his first points of the day, and he's got that courtesy of the conversion. And the game is definitely on. 17 points all.
Oliver makes the conversion. He's a grade 11 student. He played for Free State Grand Como Week in 2018. But with so much work to do, FC Du Plessis gets Grey College on the board early on in the second half.
Well, an early strike in the second half has certainly set the platform here for a further 28-odd minutes of some exhilarating rugby. Are we going to see that? I'm pretty sure we are.
Counteract is good, gentlemen.
Well, anything you can do with your forwards, we can do as well, as Jan Hendrik Wessels carries that up beautifully there, the Lucette prop. Grey College, perhaps in their desire to offload quickly there, should maybe just have held on to it.
I have to agree with you, 50-50 offloads can put immense pressure on your side, and once again they've gifted possession back to Paarl Boys High. It's a scrum slap bang in the middle of the field, left and right options available, and we know how elusive their backs are.
Jovial Farmer on the left wing, already with 2 tries in this game. We've seen some very good running from Angela Ush on the right wing for Paarl Boys High. Now Meaden, little run around there onto the scrum up, but it was well read by Grey College. Now, penalty starting to go more in the direction of the hosts at the moment. George Cronier points downfield. I don't think he was pointing at posts, though. I think he was pointing at the touchline.
It was well read defensively, but not finding touch once again from a penalty. And luckily for the Grey College side, it comes off Jacques Rousseau's boot like a wounded duck in flight.
That's a beaut. So line out working pretty well. The Maul working even better. Still they come downfield. This is very good play, this from Grey College. Eventually it goes down, but there's a penalty advantage here. Deliberately collapsing the ball, which you're not allowed to do.
Perfectly executed driving maul from the line out. Firstly, it was a two-handed take. Secondly, the setup was of good execution. Body positions were good, ruthless.
Now they've got good momentum at the moment, because they might have thought about kicking at goal there just to go back into the lead again. But have a look at those penalties there against Paarl Boys High. 9 of them. Andre Hugo-Venter to the middle there to Denrick Bierkes. Now good work here from the forwards, and they really have stood up and been counted, the forwards of Grey College, but it's a reversal in terms of the decision. It's going to be a scrum. They'll come back 5 meters. Grey College will be encouraged by getting a really, really powerful 8-man scrum here if they can.
No, I have to agree with you. They'll definitely throw everything at the scrum, including the kitchen sink. Let's remind you, Jan Hendrik Wessels, Andre Hugo-Venter, Petrus Nordia all played Free State Craven Week in 2018. It's an experienced schoolboy front row.
Steady, boys.
You can see that Bjorn van der Sand really is looking for a steadiness in his scrum.
Right, I want you steady before the ball's in, chaps, okay? Right, crouch. Bind. Sit. Easy,
So a big
easy.
scrum test here for Boys High.
Wait, 9 whites.
And they stood up pretty well too, Van Wyk with the protection factor. And yeah, quite happy to run it up. Paarl Boys High there, courtesy of Jacques Rousseau. And it's going to be a scrum to Grey College. So I suppose it's always, hindsight's a very exact science. So after the event you can say, well, maybe they might have thought about kicking it downfield, but the momentum at the moment definitely with Grey College.
It is definitely with Grey College, and Jacques Rousseau, so much skill. And it was only towards the latter part of his schoolboy rugby career that he moved from fly half to full back. showing exactly why he's such a skillful player.
Well, he's a powerful runner too. Better suited maybe to that fullback position. He's got a little bit more space to work with. Although I think FC du Plessis and Kieran Meaden have dispelled that possibility. Both of them have run really well at fly half today.
Advantage.
Here is du Plessis.
Use it, 9. Use
They're
it.
getting a little bit more possession now, Grey College. They can just eliminate their basic errors. I think that's the most important thing for them. So penalty here to Grey College.
It's another penalty
Wheeling it.
that Paarl Boys are inflict in this fixture,
Deliberately wheeling.
number 10. And what it's done for Grey College is A, it's kept them in the right areas of the field, and B, it's kept that scoreboard ticking over.
Franco Knutzer with the left-footed kick down towards the corner flag. He's got it out just about perfectly. And can they get that line out operating like it did in the early stages of the first half? It was like clockwork, wasn't it? Then it went all awry. They seem to have got it back again. Who's the target? Bierkes in the middle. No contest from Paarl Boys High. Now, can Grey get some momentum going with that pack of forwards? There they come. And they're going to get over the line, and they've scored. Well, absolutely perfect there from Grey College. Got the line out to the middle of the line out. A good set, and over they went.
Exactly so, Gavin. The setup was so good. It looked like it was remote controlled from upstairs. They made it look so easy. But firstly, a two-handed take in the middle of the line-out. Composure, patience. They did retreat slightly in the beginning, but they kept their patience. Look at the body positions. Tight, low, trot arm.
Good rhythm that they've got now. Oliver looking for his second conversion. Oh, this time, it went right over the top of the upright by the looks of things. It's been awarded, though. And, well, 5 points the difference.
Outstanding work. Paarl Boys are opting not to contest in there, but defend on the ground. But being shown up by a fantastic driving maul from this Grey College side. Look what it means to the youngster, Andre Hugo Venter. His dad, Andre Venter, the former Springbok, must be so proud.
I'm not sure that that scoreline is quite right. I think the conversion would have given another 2 points, wouldn't it? Should be 24-17 at the moment. Here's Leslie Botha.
Release him. Stay.
FC du Plessis in the pocket. And they decided, let's go down the middle. Counter-attack time. Coming back in field there was Quan Horn. He's had a relatively quiet game. He's a fabulous rugby player. The ball hasn't really gone his way. Good work there from Neil Venter. But it's popped out on Grey College's side. And oh dear, they've gone and knocked it on. Good attacking opportunity potentially for them there. Tilman Nivert not able to hold on to it.
Time off.
Some repair work then for a couple of the players, including Tian Jonker,
Give me instructions.
one of the try scorers.
No. What did you ask me? Okay.
Running repairs for Grey College. The intensity of this game taking its toll on a couple of the players.
Well, I tell you what, the water bottles are flying out there too, because it's pretty warm for the players, nice for the spectators. So that little break could serve the players quite well, although Grey College might be saying to themselves, guys, we've got such good rhythm at the moment, we don't really want stoppages. .5 minutes left of this encounter, and it's going down to the wire by the looks of things. Quickly out there from Van der Sant. Into the back line, Jacques Rousseau. Oh, that ball's out now. So not looked after by Paarl Boys. He has counter-attacking time. Du Plessis, the kick downfield. There's no one at home at the back. And eventually the bounce favouring Quan Horn. And he's desperate to try and present that ball to his pack, but the counter-attack has come from Grey College. And they've actually fallen over the ball, so it'll be a penalty to the men from Paarl.
It looked like Danwich Bierkes losing his feet at the ruck situation and going off his feet. Conceding a penalty, letting Paarl Boys high off the hook.
So another short hold up then for an injury.
Oh, it's a fantastic kick chase by Franco Knutzer. This is where the penalty infringement occurs. Clearly off his feet. Goes the big lock forward, who's had a solid game this afternoon, Danwich Bierkes.
Of course, his father Joe played for Free State. So it's all in the family. It's one of the interesting things as well for him is that Paarl Boys, I'm sure Grey is probably the same. I don't have their stats though. But Derek Swart, their headmaster, was very proud of the fact that they are in the top 10 academic schools, Paarl Boys High. And they've had 100% matric pass for the last 20 years. It's a remarkable achievement. Everyone bar one caught unawares by that quick throw in at the line out. So here comes Paarl Boys High, trying to find their way through there, courtesy of Tyler Box. He played for the World Select 15 at the World Schools Festival at Paul Roos a little bit earlier to start this season. Meaden hasn't really been able to dominate to the extent that he would have liked to have had. I think that might have been knocked forward. No, referee says it was knocked backwards. So no problem, let's carry on. Sekoe just getting away with a little bit of luck there, one's got to say. Excellent running here from Fourie. Ricardo Fourie has done really well. Now the charge downfield. Can they hold on to this? Excellent play there from Leslie Botha. Great attacking position. They're coming for the line. And whoa, how close is that now? Another chance. Du Plessis. Is he going to get a hat-trick? I think he is. The referee's hand has gone up.
Oh, what a collective try. It all started with a breakout from Ricardo Fourie. Ball under one arm, but he finds the support inside, but looks like Leslie Botha. But the big thing is patience and ball retention. And once again, Du Plessis, with so much work to do, slips and backs himself.
Well, it's sort of reminiscent of that first try that he scored when he only just got to the line.
Immediately after he scored the try, you could see him clutching his right ankle in pain, or right calf.
Yeah, I think he might have a bit of cramp. And hopefully from his point of view, that's all it is. I say that's all it is. It's not pleasant. It's not that damaging. Oliver, he's on a roll. That's his third conversion.
Well, the build-up was so good. Slips, gets downward pressure. That's his hat-trick. I can tell you one thing, at half-time, if you've only joined us now, it was Paarl Boys High leading 17 points to 10. It is 19 unanswered points in the second half for Grey College in 22 minutes.
Easy.
They really have got their rhythm going,
Number 5.
generated by some fantastic play by their
Sorry.
pack of forwards that have sort of fought back. One felt that that first half might have belonged to the Paarl Boys High pack of forwards. But this second half,
Right, sorry about that.
the big boys have really done their bit. A whole lot of changes now being made. See that Vumasonki's on for Grey College too. Well, I think it was crucial as well for Paarl Boys High not to have given away a try there, but rather scored one themselves, to have really made this game as tight. Now this is a great kick right up against the touchline. Paarl Boys High wanting to show that they're not finished yet. Grey College, I'm sure, hungry for a few more points. There's Kian Meaden. They've got some numbers here if they can move it quickly through the hands, because they've got pace as well. We know about this pace, and that man has got terrific pace, Angelo Osh. But again, it's the scramble defense from Grey College has been excellent at times during this match.
Scramble defense and outstanding cover defense from the scrum half, Jean D. Oliver.
Scrum option. Blue ball.
Xavier Farmer scored 2 tries for his side in the first half. He was prolific. First carries the ball in 2 hands. Does Angelo Osh. He's also been dynamic in this Premier Interschools fixture.
Right, crouch. Bind. Sit. Steady.
Grundy Oliver, nice and neat there from the scrum, does well. Leslie Boerter's had a very good second half.
It's a ball. Red ball again.
That ball's not coming out, says referee Darren Colby. So it'll be a Paarl Boys High scrum. And I think they've worked out, if they look at the time that's left in this match, they've got to add to those 2 tries that they scored in the first half. Not a single point for them yet in the second half. And it's got to be now or never.
I just push a bit better, please. Thank you. Crouch. Bind. Sit. Wait, 9. Wait.
Pick up at the back. So Paarl Boys High by Gideon van Wyk. Oh, can they find a way through? That's the big question. They're not going to do it by transgressing at the breakdown point. Quick take from Grey College. Bierkus with the little kick forward. It's a very good kick too. Got some favourable bounce there, and they've managed to pick it up, and still they come. Yeah, they charge Boerter. It's once again Leslie Boerter. Been so evident in this second half. Good play by the centre 3/4. Is there a chance that they can get over here? Vim, you spoke about patience and the importance of exercising it on the rugby field, because this will surely seal it. If they can get over now, it'll be their try. Oh, now was that ball purposely kicked out of his hand? That will raise some questions.
The referee, Darren Colby, was playing an advantage. Take a look at this running line. He runs at the space and not at the face. Puts his head down.
Player from Paarl Boys, deliberately kicking the ball out of the hand of a possible try. Do you maybe have a number for me?
No, I did not have a number on that.
Okay. I'm thinking penalty try, because that was a
It's got to be a
try.
penalty try. You're not allowed to kick the ball out of a guy's hands.
No number, we can't issue a card.
Gavin.
I agree with
Are
that.
we in agreement?
I agree.
Thank you so much. Right, Captain.
It was a definite try if the ball wasn't kicked out of his hands. That's the moral of the story. Take a look at this. The ball is kicked there. That would have been a try.
A definite try. Unfortunately, we don't have a number. Please, Captain. Sorry, let me just have a word with him first.
No, the number is number 9, and it's a penalty try.
We're going penalty try, but no number. We can't issue a yellow card. Okay? Okay.
The culprit was definitely the scrum of Ian van der Sant.
Yeah.
And I have to agree with the referee, Darren Colby. Perfect sanction, perfect decision, no need for the conversion. Grey scoreboard just keeps on ticking over in the second half.
Now 4 tries in the second half to the 2 in the first, so they really have finished well, yeah. Mitch, that score is surely not catchable. But can they increase it?
Use it, 9, use it!
Over the top from Oliver. And Sepre, oh dear. A mighty clash there between the 2 fullbacks. So those fresh legs also helping the cause then. Over the top it goes from Oliver. Now which way does this bounce? Oh, beautiful pickup. What a try. Fantastic effort. And he's just come onto the park, Marcel Muller. And he gets the try. Try number 7.
You can see what it means to the Grey College faithful. Marcel Muller with the kick chase. Your kick is only as good as the quality of your kick chase. But the bounce was kind. Take a look at this. It's like music to my ears. The bounce is kind, the tackle is missed. Marcel Muller, he's a big boy.
For a backline play, he certainly is. 100 kilograms. Just a wonderful try that. Again, some very good tactical kicking from John D. Oliver too from the scrum half position.
Wait.
And it'll be him now looking to convert this try. No problem. So up to 41. What a second half it's been for Grey College.
Well, it's been a 5-try feast in the second half, and let's remind you once again at half-time, because Paarl Boys are dominating 17 points to 10, and it's been an array of points unanswered in the second half.
That's 31 of them.
Sorry, guys. Apology. Rock on.
Well, there's a real buzz around Bloemfontein at the moment, and quite rightly so too. Oh goodness, 5 tries in the second half, including a penalty try.
I was about to say. Right, crouch. Bind. Sit. Easy, easy. Right. You're clearly aware that your man is pushing that side. Are you aware?
The sands of time are running out for Paarl Boys hard.
Pushing me for the time.
And this is
warning, gentlemen.
sealed, signed and delivered for Grey College. What a second half performance. Coming out, guns blazing, 5 unanswered tries.
Shoulder out, get square, please.
Exceptional.
Crouch. Bind. Sit. Wait, 9, wait.
So it's a good scrum that from Paarl Boys. Meaden then with a long pass. Good solid tackling this time from Ian Small-Smith.
They've got it, they've got it, they've got it. Play on, he's got it. No, leave it, Blue.
So has that been turned over? Yep.
Side entry.
Paarl Boys they'll take a quick one. Van der Sant with a little chip kick. That wasn't a clever kick, but they were not back 10 meters.
Please. Right.
So the element of surprise is gone now, so they might well look at the corner flag. Yep, and try and make sure that they get an accurate line out.
Right, sub 10, Grey. 10, Grey. Wait. Sub for 10. Substitute for you. Wait. Hold on. We had a
Accurate
sub.
has to be. Will they get the last throw of the dice? It will be a consolation try if they do eventually score. Off the top from Paarl Boys heart. And a good carry by Evan Röder. Van der Sant with a half gap. Kian Meaden. Pick and go, they put their head down. But it's well defended by this Grey College side and showing a lot of commitment. Ball was held up over the try line, so it will be a Paarl Boys half scrum feed. Once again, up to the task of Grey College defensively. George Cronje putting his body on the line. Jan-Hendrik Wessels has been dominant for this Grey College side.
Right, crouch. Right, easy. Right, let's get ready.
Will it be Paarl Boys hard that gets the last laugh in this Premier Interschools
Sit.
fixture?
Wait, don't do that.
It's a good scrum by Grey College, putting the pressure, pick and go by Gideon van Wyk.
Leave it, Grey, leave it. Advantage, slowing it down. 9 blue.
Van der Sant fires it out wide. Oh, it's a good carry from the big number 12, Tyler Box.
Held up.
It was held up,
9, not running away.
but they did have a free play with an advantage awarded by the referee. Darren Colby puts his head down. He's a big boy. Is Tyler Box, the vice captain. Played Western Province Schools Sevens in 2018. Bit of handbrake throwing. They must be arguing about their Super Brew picks over the weekend.
Hi, Captain, come here. Hi, Captain, come here. I stand this side. Hi, chaps, listen. We've had a wonderful spectacle today. Let's not mess it up at the end of the match, right? Guys, you're in charge. I expected you to be in charge from the beginning of the match. We're now at the end. Stay in charge. Let's go.
Well, it's both captains in the form of George Cronje and Reinhard Reinsberger. They get called into the headmaster's office and warned, and a quick tap penalty from Paarl Boys Ha.
No, leave it, leave
Ball
it.
is presented. Once again, head gets put down, and once again well defended by this Grey College side.
Advantage.
Another advantage, ball in hand, Vian van der Sant. Van der Sant keeps going. Pick and go. And it's a try by Paarl Boys Ha. Right at the death of this first half. They didn't have it, the second half, they did have an advantage in their favour. Looks like the big number 8, who's been good for his side this afternoon, Gideon van Wyk, who gets a late try in the second half, but they've been totally outplayed.
If he kicks it for us, there's time.
By a Grey College side that came out in the second half and showed why they are the #1 school in our country, in South Africa in 2019. But take nothing away from Paarl Boys Ha. The spectacle was there in the first half. And Gideon van Wyk gets a late try, the only try in the second half for Paarl Boys Ha. It's outstanding play from Paarl Boys Ha, showing a lot of determination to get on the scoreboard in the second half. And this should be the last restart of this fixture. Nice hang time and well contested in the air by Vumasonke. Good carry, ball in hand once again. They fire it out. Ian Small-Smith out to the flyer. JD Widdendal. The ball scatters in that ruck. Will this find touch? Yes, it will. And will this bring the shutters down on this one? Yes, it does. And an outstanding Premier Interschools fixture. And take a look at that. That's what it means to these schools. Grey College kids flock onto the field. And obviously, take nothing away from Paarl Boys High. They entered this fixture unbeaten. They made a game of it, and this is what it means to old boys, to the school kids. What a fantastic Premier Interschools derby. It has ended with Grey College dominating in the second half. They turned the first half 17 points to 10 down. An outstanding performance by Paarl Boys High in the first half, but in the second half it was all Grey College with tries to Duplessis. Fenter, Duplessis got his hat-trick, Miller, and a penalty try in that second half for Grey College. And they win this Premier Interschools by 43 points to 24, Paarl Boys High. 7 tries to 3, and let's join Gavin Cowley down on the field.
Well, what a fantastic Premier Interschools rugby match this has been. And at halftime, 17 points to 10, Paarl Boys High were leading, but a terrific comeback in the second half. It was quite a job selecting a man of the match, I can promise you, but ultimately it goes to the standoff half. The number 10 of Grey College, FC Duplessis, who was absolutely outstanding today. 3 great tries that you scored, and just where did it come from in that second half?
I think it's just great guts. That's how it works here. We never give up and we play till the end. So
and that first half, obviously there was a lot of pressure that was brought to bear on you guys, and but you absorbed the pressure well, but maybe made too many mistakes.
Yeah, that's how college adapts. We adapt from their mistakes and we play and we fix it. Yeah.
Well, it was very much a team effort from you guys to 7 tries. You know, I still count that score at 45-22, although my maths wasn't that great at school. I see it says 43, but it doesn't really matter. But this has set the scene for a good season. This is your first real test, isn't it, of the season?
Yeah, it's a real test. Every team is very tough on its own. I mean, everybody wants to win Grey, but in the end, it's every player in our team that gives up the hard work, and it's not during the game, it's in the week that we put in the hard work as a team.
Well, FC, fantastic. Well played, my boy, and congratulations and good luck for the rest of this season. Eh?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Coming up tomorrow, it's the SuperSport Rugby Challenge, Eastern Province versus Cheetahs and Southwestern Districts versus Zimbabwe at Dalmeida and Mossel Bay. Rugby's in the community. Thank you for joining us.
Pressure is firmly on the home side. Good work at the breakdown. This is great stuff. This keep driving for the line, and they've scored.